Hey guys, so everyone obviously knows that everyone likes to complain about fighter pay, even though the fighters don't seem to talk about it near as much as the fans do. But I want to break down why fighters actually deserve less money. So let's get into it, I guess. So I wanted to go through some of the rankings, and I wanted to ask if you think these guys deserve, if you think certain fighters deserve millions a year, because I was scrolling through Reddit earlier, and there was a dude saying unranked fighters should get $2 million a year, which is just fucking ridiculous. But anyways, I don't really, honestly, the only one I see right here, like Giga Chikadze. Does anyone here really think that Giga Chikadze should be getting a million per fight unless he's the fucking champ? He never fights. He keeps losing. He doesn't deserve $1 million. He just doesn't. Like there's some fighters. I don't really think any of these guys, other than like the champs, deserve a million or 2 years. Like, do you really think that fucking Lerone Murphy deserves 2 million or a million a fight? Or Bryce Mitchell? Bryce Mitchell. Do you think Bryce Mitchell deserves a million per fight? Do you think Dan Ige? Dan Ige maybe because he's Dan Ige. But do you really think Brian? Yeah, Brian Ortega deserves it. Let's see. Mario Batista. Do you really think Mario Batista deserves $1 million every time he steps into the cage and fights like a coward? Even when he gets given decisions, like in the fucking the Damon Blackshear fight. Damon Blackshear clearly beat him, and somehow Mario Batista won that fight, according to the judges. They're absolutely ridiculous. But this is like this one, right? Jalen Turner. Do you really think Jalen Turner should be getting millions to fight every time he fights? He never fights in the first place, and he loses every time almost. His record's 14-8. Do you really think that guy deserves $1 million for a fight? He needs to. This is the problem. People think that all fighters deserve a million. No, if you're the best in the world, you deserve millions of dollars. But if you're not the best in the world, and especially if you're at like the bottom of the rankings or you're never gonna make top 5, but it's your dream to become champion, retire and get a real job. It's a sport. It's for the best of the best. It's not for fucking anyone. Like, I shouldn't be able to just go in and be like, I want to fight, so give me $1 million. That's not how it fucking works. Okay? Jalen Turner loses all the time. Honestly, he should just retire and go get a real job. He should go become like an engineer or something. I don't fucking know. But he shouldn't be a fighter. And obviously none of these guys I even said are complaining about fighter pay, but the fans complain about it all the time. And I think they're ridiculous. But anyways, I literally made a Google Doc, bro. I made a Google Doc for this shit. Let me cure my ridiculousness. Okay. But like, my point does still stand. There is people who think that unranked fighters should be getting paid millions a year. They never fight, and they only fight twice a year, even if they do. And it's not even them that complains about not getting paid enough. It's the fucking fans. But you don't hear fighters complain about their pay. You really don't. But like a perfect example of this is Paddy Plymouth. So I think Paddy, I don't remember when he said it, but I remember him saying it at one point that he wanted a raise to fight ranked fighters, which I'm sure he got because he does pull in a lot of views and whatnot. But Paddy, you see, Paddy actually has a brain, and he actually markets himself outside of the cage, so he's able to make money by not fighting. And that's one of the things. Like, UFC fighters do not take advantage of the tools they're given to make money, right? So if you're a UFC fighter and if you win, you can make a post-fight speech. They already put your tags for your Twitter or your Instagram or whatever as you're walking out. So you already have that down. And then most guys in their post-fight speech, guess what they say? Yeah, he's a good fighter. He's a tough guy. That's all they say. How about you get on the mic like Brian Battle and be like, y'all really thought I would lose to a fucking Frenchman? I'm not fucking gay. Or something like, you know what I mean? It's not that hard, dude. You can build a following outside of the fucking cage, and then the UFC will see that and say, oh, he brings in more numbers? We'll give him a raise on his next contract. It's not rocket science. And then you got guys like Renato Moicano who figure that out. You know what I mean? You got fighters starting podcasts who figure that out. But the fans, holy fuck. But there really is certain fans who think that an unranked fighter in their debut should be getting paid $1 million per fight, which is ridiculous. They never fight, and then people say, oh, well, they have to give money to the coaches. They have to give a percentage to the coaches, and usually it's like 10%, 20%. And guess what? If you're good and you're winning, and you keep making more money, then that's good. You'll keep making more money. But if you keep losing, understand that maybe the sport isn't for you. If you know what I mean? Like, I think the thing a lot of fans get right is, NBA players get paid tens of millions every year. Yeah, but they're also the best of the best in the world, and they have ads on their stuff and everything like that. And I understand fighters don't get a portion of the ads. That's not my point. My point is, if you're a fighter, you can shout out your Instagram in the post-fight speech or say something stupid that gets people interacting with you. It's not rocket science, bro. It's really not. It's not crazy hard to build fights. All you have to do is talk shit on the mic. It's not that hard to do. It's really not. But anyways, guys, honestly, I thought I would have way better points, but I guess I didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna go and huff some gasoline. Bye.